there everyone, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. I am Mar, and we are resuming right where we left off in the last episode, working on the tavern slash inn slash stable for the villager town, the villager trading town. Now when we left off at the last episode, which for me was just 2 seconds ago, we have the starting of the stable already in place, and now we're trying to work out the actual building to go with it. Now, I've got it coming up along the front of this walkway over to pretty close to the edge of the library. The part I was most recently debating about was whether to bring it further back on this side as well. Now, if I do that, I've been trying to work in the same dimensions. I tend to be very dimension oriented. I like, you know, 3s and 5s and all of that. So trying to come up with the right spacing is always a bit of a trick. What I'm thinking I do is mirror this first section. Well, this section here is going to mirror the section far down there. But I'm thinking... Oh, that's right. Last episode I ran out of cobblestone. Let's grab some cobblestone. Actually, let's get rid of the zombie flesh. Let's see if we can't get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I may need more wool, but I guess I'll put it all in here for now. I know that that some of these things have proper boxes, but at this point, I don't really care. So I'm just shoving it wherever I feel like it. I will keep those, and we need more cobble. So no cobble. Here we go. Here's some, a little bit more. Okay, wait. I want more of those stairs as well. And let's grab the slabs. And while we're at it, let's grab these back out and turn some of them anyway into slabs. So that's probably too many, but oh, I'm sure we'll use them up. I'm sure we will. So let's grab this. Now, if we were going to keep in theme, we would want to come over. How far though? We could technically do 5. That would be pretty close. Yeah, that might be actually too close. It might nick the corner of that. So let's keep it with 3 and put down the post. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, that's the problem. We've suddenly thrown a monkey wrench into the plans by extending this by a block. I suppose instead we could have it coming off of here. Oops. Get out of the way, Torch. That's really rude. I mean, it does this weird little in bit there, but I think it should still work. It technically turns it into a 4. That's the only thing I don't like. If we were working from this side, we want the post coming out to here. So running back through here, 1, 2, 3. See, I don't like that. I don't want 4. I don't want 4. No, you can't make me. So this is technically a 3, and then a 5, and then a 3. If I do a 3, a 5, or no. 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pillar, 3, 1, 2, 3, pillar. It's pretty close, like I said, to that ceiling, to the roof of the tower there. Or not, it's not really a roof per se, it's just a border, I suppose. Well, I guess... See, it just isn't gonna line up. I honestly don't like it. I don't like it at all. The only thing I could think to fix that would be, instead of bringing it out here, we just caved. I wanted to have as little space back here as possible, but if we just leave it like this, and then bring it from here, we could put a pillar there, and then, let's see, where is that? Right here? We could have this be a 5, actually. Get rid of this. Yeah, that might work. And then, oops, that's in my way. Then this would follow right along here. So this is a 3, a 5, a 5, and a 3. So this one starts off with the 5, so it's kind of reversed. So this side is 3, 5, 5, 3. This side is 5, 3, 5, 3. So I don't know that I necessarily like that, but I also don't know that I could necessarily do anything about that. So we'll just go with it, and hopefully the roof doesn't look horrendous when we're all done. So let's see, we would need a post right here, and then cobble along here, and then another post right here. So that's 3. And then I think there's one right there. Yeah, that looks like it matches up. So I think this is the boundary we have for our tavern. It actually gives us quite a bit of space to work with. Now I need to flatten out that hill and move the boxes. In fact, I may have enough space to just move them all right there and have them out of the way. But I think this is a pretty large building altogether. The roof will definitely be an interesting shape to be sure. Let me go ahead and cut and move all of this stuff, flatten out the hill there, and then I'll be right back. Alright, you may be asking me, what is this mess? And you have a fair point, because it is a mess. Hopefully it actually turns out to be something halfway decent. I need some inventory space like crazy, though. I just end up with so much rubbish. How does this happen? Okay, am I gonna need fences? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's just put them in here for now. Where's my shelter? There it is. Let's stow this stuff in here for now. Guess I'll keep this stuff just for the time being. And I came over here for the rest of the birch. There's a whole bunch of birch in there, and I figured might as well put it to use. This right here is 2 stacks of birch. And so I've got, what, 6 more to go. It should be plenty enough to finish this off. Basically, I'm trying to give it a sort of a crisscross effect. And then stripping the logs. So, just like this. And then ultimately, you'll get this crisscross effect here on the ground. So I think it looks pretty nice. There's actually wood floors like this in real life. We've got some similar ones in my house. And it looks pretty decent, I think. I'm not a huge fan of birch usually, especially not... I know this is a pretty accurate description of birch trees, or appearance of birch trees. But, I don't know, in game it doesn't necessarily look the greatest to build with. It doesn't look natural, I guess, to have it be like a structural beam support. Partially because those black spots are where the wood bark is, if you can, I mean, it's almost not even like bark if you compare it to other trees, but it's where it's chipping away, basically, tearing away. So it's not necessarily the type of wood that would normally be used for beams, you know, and structural support type things, the way that oak or spruce might, in you know, the type of builds that we work on here. So I think it looks fine once it's stripped, though. I debated whether or not to use it for this, like just turn it into slabs for the flooring, but I decided to go against that. I might do I'll definitely do some sort of like slab flooring for the next floor up, because this would be a lot of birch for 2 stories. It's already not. It's already pretty. It'll be close, I think, for this one floor to not run out. You know, I'll probably have like 2 or 3 stacks left, I would think. But yeah, so I think it'll do fine. Now I did move all of the storage over there. I did not sort it, and I know that there's a whole bunch of things that are in the wrong boxes, but you know, I didn't really care about it too much, so I just left it the way it was. More concerned with just getting the build done. So long as I mean, there aren't too many boxes to search through, so it's not gonna kill me to do a little digging when I go to get stuff. So let's finish this off almost there, and then we'll strip it. Kind of looks like a zebra. This is the zebra floor. So we'll do that. Then we'll see how much birch we actually had left. It's nice having my tools with, well, they're brand new because I dyed, of course, but nice having them at full durability. Alright, so we had, yeah, 3.5, a little over 3.5. And so you get this nice checkerboard almost appearance, which I am in favor of. So let's go, and it's not going to be complete, like I said, there was going to be open floor plan. I am thinking about whether or not I want to keep it in the same pattern as I was talking about earlier, because this area here is not very large. I may just have this be a side entrance that in theory, anybody could use, as opposed to having it lead directly into the kitchen. Since I had to leave more space here than I thought that I really wanted, I thought I might make some sort of like a stove of sorts with a large like smokestack type thing, a chimney going up, probably on this side, honestly, because we have more space to work with before we start interfering with the wall here, which means that we'd probably want the kitchen in here instead. So what I was thinking is we could have a kitchen going maybe all the way down, and then having the bar be right here, and then pretty much all of this area here would be the seating arrangements. And since this area is so small here, maybe this is where we put the stairs leading up. Maybe we could have a staircase going up on both sides over the doorway here. And as I said before, I will be having these sections completely closed off. So realistically, well, we would be using these. I could really get rid of, because we're using the cobble as a foundation for the building, which means that we need to go get the dark oak. Now, as far as the room, I guess we will need the dark oak right now for this. And let's grab a little bit more. And I do still want to use beams on the inside, I think. I think I do anyway. Let's see here. Let's see, bring this up to total of 4 on all the sides. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So many of them. Oh well. I don't know whether the entire building will have the second floor. One thing I've also thought about is what to put over the stable over there. Should I put like a second level maybe with hay bales or something, like a loft of sorts? Or should I build include rooms on top of that? But I figured nobody, if they were visiting, it'd be bad enough to be this close to them to begin with, but to be sleeping directly over the horses, that might get annoying fast, you know? So I don't know what we'll do with that. Now I will want to get rid of this, and we have to be fast about it, because we don't, nope, wrong block, we don't want that guy escaping. Sorry buddy, you stay put. And same thing over here. I saw you! You tried! Fail. Absolute fail. And I don't want to leave any empty spaces, so we'll just fill this in. Like that. And then this, of course, is where we're gonna have the planks for the wall. So, fill that in. And this, I still don't know what I'm going to do with the entrance here. Oops, don't do that. I want to make sure I have as much space for decor as I can. Oops, we need more. Now, like I said, we'll probably have a fire pit here, so we'll have to tweak that when we come to it. For now, I just want to make sure it looks right. Yeah, that's looking pretty decent, I think. And just for the sake of building, we'll leave that open. Now we will need, like I said, a door here. It's gonna have to be an iron door there, or an iron door though, because we do have a villager breeder here. Even if it's not in use, even if there's no plans for it to be in use, we should still, you know, do our best to to keep it in the spirit that was intended. So we'll use iron doors. I believe they were having an open plan everywhere else. I mean, I suppose we could actually put no doors at all. It's either no doors, iron doors, or gates, fence gates. That's one thing that'll be nice about 1.14 when it releases, is that the doors are no longer part of the mechanics. Instead, it'll be things like beds and workstations, so that'll get interesting fast. It'll be like the same thing, maybe slightly worse. I don't know. Being able to plop your bed down anywhere in an emergency to sleep tends to be kind of important. So there, that's pretty decent, and let's see, 1, 2, so 3, and then how do we want the door to be here? I almost want the door to come out, if that makes sense. So, you know what, we've got some cobble here, let's just do cobble, 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 and cobble, 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 cobble stairs. That's maybe a little too big. Let's see. Maybe cobble stair, cobble stair. It's kind of a sharp edge there. I don't know what I think about that. Or what would it look like? Oh, that looks ridiculous. See, this I don't like it how it's flush up against the post. And don't worry about the grass, I'll be fixing that later. Fixing up the ground out here will be last, I would imagine. I don't know, that feels too bulky, if that makes sense. Too bulky. Let's try just a simple wraparound like that. I think that may be the best option, honestly. And then, if we go with a completely open plan, we'll probably have an entrance like that, with planks on top, so like this, going all the way around. You know, we should probably put down some torches in here, because nighttime is coming. I don't know if I mentioned it, I did end up sleeping, even though I knew it. You know, it's gonna set my spawn here. I'm gonna have to reset it when I get home, I'll have to remember that. But the phantoms were just getting unreal. I'm okay working at nighttime, but I'm not okay with the phantoms just slaughtering. Well, not really, I didn't die at all, but I got tired of having to deal with them, I guess. Now, this is the height I have the cobble at. So that might present a problem because it's going to pass directly in front of the doorway. Oh, I knew it. That looks horrible. Well, what if we don't do it on this section and we just do it on the rest of them? We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Ooh, I just realized we need windows. And in that same vein, what kind of windows are we gonna do? I don't want to do glass. I tend not to want to use glass in medieval type builds. I prefer iron bars or fences. Fence posts like this. Fence posts work well in like a barn setting. I think we'll probably go with iron bars here. I don't know if we have any iron bars. Do we see? Ooh, here we go. Yeah. We've got some. I don't think that'll be enough. Do we see any more? Or iron. Just use iron. Help myself to that. Beauty. There we go. That should be plenty. It's only one building after all. Okay, and I needed more cobble stairs. Okay, cobble is rapidly becoming a problem. There's none left. Huh. Let me go. I mean, I know I have some in my inventory, and I don't think I will need any more for structural support since that's, you know, pretty much done. But even when I turn all of this into stairs, that's still not very much. And I'm going to need a second story on this thing. So let me put this down, and then let me run over to the nether hub and see if I can't locate any cobble in the chests over there. I'm pretty sure there's got to be some somewhere between the remnants from the end and the stuff that other members have contributed. I think was it Losta who put all that stuff out there? I don't remember for sure. But let me go over there and check, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, so there was plenty of cobble over there, so I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of it. Now, for now, we're just gonna take, actually that's probably more of the normal kind. We'll just keep a stack of cobble and then a whole bunch of stairs and maybe a stack of slabs and cobble walls. Now, for the windows, oh boy. You know, now that I look at this, I think I like the idea of having a loft above the stable, so no rooms. And then I'm thinking if we're gonna fit in windows, the best would probably be, because we're gonna want the windows at this level. So if we're gonna have windows at that level, then we would need stairs basically like this. And stairs like this. And oops, that's not right. Like that. Which are completely blocked by these cobble. I did the cobble at this level so that it would match up with this. However, if we treat these as two separate buildings that just, you know, coincidentally intersect right here, then I think I want to shift these cobble walls up, or cobble stairs up a single block. That will allow us to be able to see that block and have windows on all the sides, and as a happy coincidence, it will also allow us to put these up here and therefore not block the doorway. So that means I have to take all these cobble walls down, raise everything up by a block, and also, whoops, well, that was not what I intended to do. But it means I have to redo a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. However, we are once again coming up on the time limit. I'm trying to keep these episodes somewhat on the short side just to help speed up the rendering time. I end up spending 2 hours twiddling my thumbs while my computer drains its resources into rendering these episodes. So I've been trying to keep them more in the 20-25 range instead of like upwards of 30 or 35 like I have for much of the season. So I think we'll just cut here and call it a finish for the episode, basically. Off screen between episodes, I'm going to try and do more to finish off this build. Of course, if I end up going crazy like is per usual and finishing the whole thing off camera, we will totally take a look at everything, the finished product, explore the whole build. One thing is, as you know, we all know, the end of the season is very close, even though that it's been delayed. So long as Mojang doesn't have to delay their official release of 1.14 even further, or if the Spigot crew has problems updating to match, the current plan is to start the new season in the July 13th, I think it is, something like that, which means the tour is probably going to be at the end of June. We're only a month away. 4 weeks it goes by fast. We still have our end hub, or our nether hub, which I honestly have no idea what to do with. What I think I would like to do is quickly finish this build here, and then do the nether hub. Like, I'll have to brainstorm it, come up with an idea, and then maybe just do it all off camera, and then bring you to show you what I've done. Just to give us a sort of a safety margin, because I don't want to, like, we don't know when the end of the season is, when the tour is going to be, so we want to make sure that we are done in time. So I think it's better just to play it safe, as opposed to being sorry at the tour time and have an incomplete build, if you know what I mean. So with that said, I will cut it here. I will keep working, and hopefully we'll be able to get everything done in time. But until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!